welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you what my Nigerian family of four spend on a monthly basis living in Australia. My aim is to help you get insight on what it will cost your family. I've done a similar video to this in the past, and that was, I think, sometimes last year, and our financial situation have changed from then to now. The reason being that I think in that video we used to rent, and now we have a mortgage, so it has significantly changed. That's one. And then two is the fact that there has been an increase in cost of living significantly. From like in the space of 1 year, a lot of things are now more expensive than it used to be. So it just gives you an idea of what it will cost your family. It's just like a guide. It's not everything we buy you have to buy. It's not everything you buy we have to buy. So it might change, but it just gives you an insight to know what to expect as a family. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to be looking at my phone a lot of times because I actually use an app on my phone, which is Money Manager. I have talked about this app before. So it is Money Manager. I don't know if it's focusing, but if you go to your app store and you search for Money Manager, you should be able to find it. And that's what I use to track my expenses. I like it because I can record my expense on a daily basis. I have a reminder that every day reminds me, oh, have you recorded your expense for the day? There are quite a lot of other features that you can use on that app that I have not explored. So feel free to check out Money Manager. It is not sponsored or whatsoever. It's just an app that I feel that is very good because I have not been using it for a few months. And then, but because I wanted to film this video, I started using it, and then, oh boy, looking at my expenses for this month, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to use it for June. I need to cut some things off. There are just some things that are unnecessary. Lots of impulsive buying I've been doing. So I just really appreciate the fact that I have this app and I can use it. So first and foremost, the biggest portion of our monthly budget goes to accommodation. And at the moment, we currently have we have a mortgage which we are paying on a monthly basis, or we pay fortnightly. So that's the biggest part of our budget. If you look at this pie chart now, okay, I don't know if you guys can see from there, but this pie chart basically just captures all our expenses and break it into the different section. 45.8, almost 46% of our expense for the month relates to mortgage, which makes sense if you ask me. In the past, we used to rent, and I don't think we spent up to that. Let me see if I can still find the statistics for the last time I did this video. So I did this last February 2022, and then our utility, I feel like there are other things in utility, was 2,067. When we used to rent, our rent was 1,910. So in February 2022, when we're renting, our rent was 1,910. But then again, I'm sure they would have increased this by now because a lot of things have just gone bonkers in recent times. So that's that. But let's just go back into actors. I won't come back to this one again. Even looking at this one, I can tell that things have really gone up because food, then, can you imagine? In February, we used to spend $953 and now it's about 1,005. Anyway, I'll get to that. Let's go back to May 2023. Mortgage is the biggest portion of our expenses, and that's about 4,958. But that 4,958 also includes rates, rent and rates. Is that what they call it? Rates that we pay to the government for sewage, water, and all of those things, and we pay that quarterly. So I think, yeah, this month of May accumulated a lot of expenses that could have been spread across different months. But then again, I won't say I'm not looking at it that way because there are other expenses that will come in other months that did not come to me. For instance, electricity bill is not here because we pay per quarter as well. Gas is not here, we pay per quarter. So in a way, it still balances itself out. So that's that for mortgage. We pay our mortgage on a fortnight basis, but I've recorded everything we paid. Some months is just twice, some months we pay 3 times, so it just varies. So the two expenses that make up the about $5,000 for mortgage is the rate and the actual mortgage payment. The next significant expense we have as a family is food. The cost of food has really increased in the last 6 months. Significant increase. Like, sometimes I'm wondering, what did I just buy? Why am I paying $100? But that's just where we've seen ourselves. I just filmed a haul of Howdy haul. I bought something $120. I just bought bread and a few things, and they're already saying it's $120. It's just crazy. But then again, that's the situation we found ourselves, and we just have to live with it. So this is food for the month of May. We spent $1,527. But let me say this: in the month of May, I did a lot of bulk buying of African food. I bought a bag of rice. I shared goat meat. I think if I scroll into this, I'll see what I did. So there's this day lunch, $10.90. I'm sure it's one of those days I just bought lunch in the office. Woolies, $6. Fruit market, Woolies, Aldi, Waterford market. So Waterford market is like a fruit market. I went there once this month and I spent about $111. Coles, Aldi, Coles, like those are normal. So if you see now, I went to African market and I spent $450. The $450 was mainly I bought a box of yam. I bought yam. Yam is like a seasonal food for us in, I don't know what it is like for people in Melbourne and Sydney, but in Queensland we only see one yam once in a while. My husband really loves yam, so whenever I see it, I try to buy as much as I can. So I bought a box of yam. Bear in mind, this is not going to be a repeated expense next month, because who knows when you see yam again. The last time we bought yam was last year, so definitely it's not to be a repeated expense. We bought a box of yam, I think maybe about $250 or $300, and then I bought a box of rice. I used to buy a packed rice. I bought the box of rice for I think $75, and that's 20, is it 20 kg? Yeah, 20 kg. The box of rice was 20 kg. That will last us about 2 months or 1.5 months, because we eat rice a lot. Like Africans, we love rice. We eat rice a lot, so that will last us 2 months. What else did I buy that? And then we bought gari. The gari I feel will last us 2 to 3 months. I bought a box of gari. Before I used to buy the $12 2 kg one, so I just decided to carry the box. She didn't even sell it to me cheaper. It's still the same price, but I was just trying to manage my trips, like the number of times I go to a store to buy the smaller packs of gari. I was that with the African markets, and that was why that was very expensive. I also bought goat meat. I shared goat meat with someone and I paid $175 for that. I think that is what made the May expense significantly higher compared to other months. So that's that with food. Once we buy the African groceries, the other things is just cool. Coles, Woolies, and Howdy, like just all those small trips you make down there all the time. And then I've started, like, since this cost of living crisis, I've been making the conscious effort, one, not to go with kids, because if I go with them, they start saying, oh mommy, let's try this, mommy, let's try that. So that's one of the things I've done. I don't go with them anymore. And then the other thing is to cut down the number of times I have to go to the store, because I've realized that the more I go, I'm also an impulsive buyer myself. The more I go, the more I buy things I do not need. So now I've just tried to cut down the number of times I go to the store. I've realized now over time that we have 2 heavy shoppings in the month. Like every fortnight we have this big bulk purchase, and then the other week might just be something of $10, $15, but there's a week we'll spend $200. So that's how we've been coping. And there are just ways, like I filmed the haul now. I was saying that there are many things I'm trying to cut before I'll buy all this laundry liquid, branded laundry liquid. I'm no more doing that. I'm going to be buying from Howdy, the one they sell for $199. Soap is soap X, and we don't have any allergy. Thank God we are not reacting to anything that will make me say we cannot use the cheap one. I'm going to be buying my laundry powder from Howdy. I'm not going to Costco to spend $30 when I can buy it for $6 at Howdy. So those are some of the things I'm doing. Even the kids, I no longer buy them packed drinks. Making myself banana bread, I started making it myself. The muffins they take to school, I started making it myself. So anything to cut cost, I'm all in, like, for now at this point in time. This one was entertainment. Jeez, entertainment, $819. Okay, that's because it was my birthday this month. So most of this is just my birthday expenses. Tagloma Island, parking, hotel, pictures, locker, yeah. So all of this were my birthday expense, $819. Babes, you work hard, you deserve it. So I'll take that one. Household, another $819. What did I buy? This May, I don't know if it's even the best spot to do this cost of living, but okay, I will remove it. I think that's what I will do. When I'm telling you the total sum, I will take away all this one-off expenses that are quite personal. So I also did a bit of So this is household 819 as well, but this is mainly home decor items. I'm trying to change some things in the house, so I bought a few things this month. So I didn't even know, if I didn't keep the record, I didn't know I spent this much. Okay, next one is health. We currently have Medicare, but we still have private insurance that we use. Total for health was $436.09. We still have private insurance because of dental. There are just some things that normally you might have waiting time, but if you're on private, you will not have to. It's just better. Like, God forbid we have kids, God forbid if anything happens and they want us to be on the waiting list and everything, we have private insurance that we can fall back on and just use. So we have that private insurance, and that private insurance also covers we have some, what's this thing they call it? Yeah, so we have some extras. So that's what they call it. We have some extras on our health insurance, such as dental, and there are quite a number, optical as well. So optical, I just got these new glasses. So yeah, we have those other additions. So let me tell you guys what our extras cover. So we have general dental, optical, selected therapies, massage, travel vaccine, digital mental health, health management, and things like that. So those are the things that we have in our extras, and then just the normal hospital coverage and things like that. So we have the health insurance. So this month, and the health insurance is $240, but then again, this month I visited the doctor quite a number of times, and that's just why this is high. By the grace of God, I will not have the need to go and see them next month, and that would drop significantly, I pray. We should just be running with 240. Oh yeah, and I also have some drugs I still need to pick up, and I need to pay for that as well. So that's health. With transportation would also be another significant expense we have on a monthly basis, because I have to fuel my car and things like that. So I did top up my bus pass. I go to the city to the office. I top up my bus pass for $100, and bear in mind, I did not go to the office a lot this month, so I still have that $100. I think I still have about $50. But on a daily basis, when I'm going to the office, I spend about $14. I don't live very far to the city or to the CBD, so the cost of transportation has gone higher. Before now, I used to travel one zone, but now I actually travel two zone. So two zone, if I'm going to the office now, I have to spend $6.63. Coming back, I have to spend another $6.63. So that's almost about $14 on a daily basis for transportation. And bear in mind, I will still drive to the park and ride. I drop my car at the park and ride and pick the bus from there. So it's expensive, but thank God there are times I can work from home. So I topped up $100 for that, and then all of this is $306. So if you take away $306 from the $100 top up, so that's $206. In the $206, the rest relates to, oh yeah, another bulk is my car insurance. I insure my car for $76.54 monthly. So by the time you take away $76 from the 200 balance, you have about 100 and something. So the fuel or gas I use on a monthly basis is about $100, $120, depending on where I travel to. But I don't really travel that much. It's just to the park and ride, take the kids for whatever extracurricular activities they have, and that's it. So that's that. Another thing is beauty. Gosh, I said this month, this month I spoiled myself a little bit too much. I took myself to Mecca to go, and I mistakenly entered Mecca. For my Insta story will get the gist. I went to Mecca and I spent whatever. It's chemistry house as well, and it's just for makeup and perfume and things like that. So that's that. Utility, we spent $186.40, and that's just property insurance. That's the only utility we paid this month. We pay it on a monthly basis. If you're renting, this is not an expense you would be expecting. So $186.40. Gifts, I spent some money on gifts. Other expenses, clothes. I went to Kmart one day, spent about $97. Not something I do regularly. So that was that, and then there's God, of course, and then there's another one, apparel, came address as well. Like so. So the total of everything I just said is about $10,809. But I want to remove what is not meant to be, like something that is not regular and it's just one-off. So I'll say the entertainment and the household minus this. So yeah, the entertainment and household is just because this month was what it is. So by the time I take that off, we end up with about $9,181. So that's the total amount we spend in the month. But bear in mind, something you should also note is that food is very essential, but the way you now buy your food also determines how much. How come there's no kids? Oh, I'm like, no, this is not right. So there's, yeah, so after food was kids. I don't know how I missed that. So kids, this month as well, we spent $1,100 on school fees. We have a payment plan for the school fees, so we pay their school fees. Also bear in mind, if you're a new immigrant, you can take your kids to public school. It is free and it is good. It is as good, so don't feel the pressure to send them to private school where you have to pay this money. So yeah, so we had that as well. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense now. So about $9,181 is what you spend. So what I was saying about food is that food is a family essential, and we love to cook our own traditional Nigerian meals at home. If you have to be buying food outside, you will spend way more than what we spend. For instance, today I bought a Vietnamese noodle when we went out, and I spent $30, just me. Imagine if the four of us wanted to buy it. That's about $120 for the four of us, and that's just one meal of the day. If you times it by 4, that's a lot of money. So what has helped us is to always cook a Nigerian meal. I try to take my food to the office. Days I don't take my food to the office, I give myself $10, $15 max to spend. I don't want to spend anything more than that. There are days I choose to treat myself, maybe when I have a dinner date with the girls and things like that, but I don't make it a regular, because I feel like those are the things that actually take your money. When we add up all of these expenses, our total comes to about $9,181 a month. Please keep in mind that these figures are based on our personal circumstances and living in Brisbane, which is known for, like, is getting to higher, and because of the higher cost of living at the moment anyways, your expenses may vary depending on your location and the lifestyle choices you make as a family. What is also very important and crucial you should note is that tracking your expenses and budgeting is very important, because you just realize that you are spending this money and you cannot account for some of them. Ensure you are living within your means, because that's one thing I've realized that people often do not. Don't live above your means. Don't get carried away by credits. Like, there are a lot of credit options, credit card and everything that we don't have back home that you will get here. Don't get carried away by these things. This app I have on my laptop, I have a spreadsheet where I budget. Like, I budget on a monthly basis. This is how much I want to spend. This is how much I want to save. I make sure to budget. Even when I don't track my expenses, I budget. And the first thing I take away from my salary once it drops is my savings. Once I take that savings out, whatever is in my purse, whatever is remaining in my expense account is what I'm going to spend for that month. Of course, there are some months I have to go back to savings, but I try to manage it as much as I can. That's it, guys. Remember, everyone's situation is different. Some families may have higher or lower expenses depending on factors like rent, mortgage, lifestyle choices, and personal preferences. If you have any question or would want me to cover any other topics related to living abroad or budgeting, please let me know in the comments below. I will always appreciate your feedback and suggestion. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe, please do so and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Until next time, take care and stay blessed. Bye.